Thank you for joining us. Today, we're diving into doing SEO in the AI era, specifically focusing on the introduction of Google's AI-generated search result feature, Search Generative Experience, or SGE. Before we talk about how to optimize for SGE, let's talk about how AI became involved with SEO initially and where it has evolved to in today's search. Not so long ago, by 2018, the artificial intelligence and machine learning systems were introduced to Google's ranking algorithms, focused on factors such as natural language recognition. The next step was the integration of large language models, or LLMs, which is AI that can process and predict or generate large amounts of text. 2021 saw the introduction of Lambda, Google's proprietary large language model in their system. In late 2022, OpenAI brought us ChatGPT. When 2023 hit, search engines Bing and Google both hit the ground running, with Bing introducing their AI product called New Bing in February 2023, integrating a chatbot into search results. Google's Bard and SGE rollouts were announced in March and May. Bard is more like Google's version of the chatbot, while the Search Generative Experience is an AI-generated answer to a search term that appears directly on the search results page. And as with every significant shift in the search landscape, just like we learned how to optimize for mobile, voice search, and the appearance of rich snippets, we're here to navigate the SGE and ensure that we understand how the new look of search engine results may impact website traffic and how to react to those changes in an actionable way. So right now, SGE is an optional elective feature that is still referred to as an experiment in Google's guidelines. It appears as a bubble called the AI snapshot, which is a 9-panel carousel on the right and an AI-generated answer to the search on the left that uses caret icons to cite the sources from which the answer is synthesized. The generated answer is a mix of conversational language and what is sometimes direct snippets from source pages. This bubble expands to follow a chatbot-style interface if the user selects the Converse tab under the search bar, follow-up questions, or writes their own follow-up question, while the regular organic results appear underneath the snapshot. You can see that this appeared when I searched computer engineering bachelor's with SGE enabled. Here, with the Search School of Forensic Science teachers, the Google Search Generative Experience takes on a slightly different answer format. As the search is more related to finding an institution, panels with brands appear rather than an informational answer. As you can see, the right-hand panels are not the same brands linked in the generated list, but are provided as further resources. First of all, it's important to note that the snapshot does not appear as an option for all keyword searches. Google has always been very wary of how its ranking algorithms function regarding your money or life topics, and in the SGE, topics that impact life decisions may not be available. Additionally, the cost of deploying and running AI for each search is pretty high, so it makes sense for Google to limit its use where it makes sense. We are seeing higher education website pages included in the snapshot for searches typical to the journey of prospective students. We've seen academic pages, higher level admissions or about pages, as well as blogs, articles, and thought leadership style content appear in the snapshot for terms related to degree programs and other content topics like career pathways. So the appearance of the SGE far from changes everything about the SEO practices on your website already. We are seeing that content that follows existing quality guidelines, ranked well already, and is earning rich snippets prior to the SGE are being cited in the AI section. Therefore, some things in your SEO strategy already are definitely strong things to continue to do. First of all, helpful content. The essence of Google's stated mission remains to connect searchers to the most relevant and engaging content. Aim for uniqueness, readability, and memorability as should be the standard. Content should answer user questions and not just be written for SEO. EAT experience, authority, trust, and expertise has been part of the SEO mindset for years, but the need for brands to be seen as subject matter experts has only grown in the face of limiting amounts of generic AI written content on sites that don't specialize in one thing, but rather try to rank for broad popular terms. Build expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness both at the page and website levels by providing accurate and up-to-date content true to your brand. You can also assist Google's finding and calling of important pages on your website by carefully de-indexing unimportant pages. If your site is too large and less important pages are not indexed, the budget that the system allots to crawl your site will run out more quickly, possibly leaving some important pages invisible to Google. Thoughtfully using links to deeper pages in the information architecture within content is also extremely helpful, not just for users, but the search crawlers to direct them to crawl that new page. These deeper pages are typically very specific and can be more helpful as searches become more and more complex within the SGE. We are seeing that Google Business Profile logos and photos equal to SGE for searches that return a list of entities or a map, so always ensure that the information is accurate and to display the logo photos that you want. Finally, a best practice that you should always keep in your strategies to refresh content to have the best and most recent information, whether it's a blog about the educational requirement for a job or an academic page with outdated admission information. This will contribute to your authority and a positive user experience. So in addition to some things you'll keep doing, there are further tweaks and additions to make to your strategy that will help prepare you to confidently optimize for the SGE. Immediate direct answers are prioritized within the SGE snapshot for many different topics within the same generated answer. Kind of like a featured snippet, the text in the snapshot is sometimes directly lifted from a web page. So when you're writing your content, think about how you can condense your answers to the questions that appear during your research and make it easier for the SGE to cite your page that way. During your audience and keyword research stages, make a point to evaluate the SGE in a practice called search listening. You can look at the SGE itself and the content that is cited more deeply to see how that content resonates with the ranking system. So some specific questions to ask when you're applying search listening include, is the SGE appearing? Why or why not? What kind of content, blog, article, program page, what kind of content appears in the carousel panels and in the citation cards? What kind of information is being provided in the answer? What are the follow-up questions that Google provides? Can your piece of content or a new piece of content answer those follow-up questions? Does the SGE indicate that the user is still looking for more information, or are they ready to make a decision and want to see brands? Bolster your institution's reputation through authority management, specifically leveraging in-house subject matter experts on faculty. Recent updates by Google lead us to recommend focusing your content strategy on your brand and audience's core areas to demonstrate your unique expertise and establish your faculty as experts through links to biography pages from academic pages and author bylines in faculty-written blogs. Additionally, as users may become more used to receiving very specific AI-generated answers to more complicated searches, these complex queries become the standard. For example, small colleges with internship programs in the New York City area with no application fee. Tailor your content and your site for these specific detailed queries by not only having this information available, but by logically structuring the information architecture and headers within each piece of content. Finally, we see that the panel citations show hero images for each result, so image optimization is key to pay attention to. If your page does not have an image throughout the content, we aren't sure if that impacts SGE citations overall, but we do know that all carousel results do have some sort of hero image in the panel. While there's no dedicated reporting on SGE traffic or clicks, the nature of SGE and how it may impact search behavior means that a shift in reporting mindsets are needed to understand the impact of this feature. One direct traffic impact that may be seen as the SGE becomes more prevalent is an initial or sustained loss of organic website traffic for broad informational queries. For instance, if a user is able to receive a robust answer to their question from the AI snapshot, perhaps a channel that was driving traffic to your site for an informational keyword may be impacted. We don't know how extreme this impact may be, but on the flip side, it's possible that the SGE may also lead users to become more equipped and ready to convert fully within the search results, where by the time they need to click on your site, they're closer to conversion, learned about your program, institution, and maybe even details like financial aid and internships, all within the search results. And at that point, they're more motivated users when they enter the site. In the future, there may be more need to weigh clicks into your website against how appearing in the SGE elevates your visibility and brand awareness. Strive for a balance between impressions and clicks based on the place in the student journey. For instance, informational queries may see more impressions and fewer clicks, while high-intent application and admissions keywords may receive more traffic than before. Or as we learn more about how users interact with the SGE, we might find that they do use it to click further into the source website, but we're unsure how that traffic impact will be tracked separately or within the existing tools. In essence, the combination of local SEO, authority management, and high-quality content carves out the path to SGE optimization. Helpful content at the page level ensures that good pages have the potential to be cited, while authority management helps your brand become a go-to for certain topics and trusted due to your faculty experts and accurate content. Then your local SEO, such as Google's Google Business Profile, ensures Google can connect your content to your brand entity and supply it for local searches or searches where specific lists of programs or institutions appear. So to wrap up, while the standard 10 blue links may seem like a distant memory with these new AI features, SGE is merely a natural progression in the ever-evolving realm of search, where we discover how to connect with future students and other important audiences and adapt our strategies as search evolves. Thank you so much for joining me today.